What's good, y'all? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, a.k.a. Peter Mac. Man, get on up here. Pull you up one, light you up one, kick your shoes off, relax, baby. You around family. We on the porch. It's Pete McCorvey's Porch Talk. Let's do this. Yo, what's good, fam? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, a.k.a. Peter Mac. Welcome back to the porch, man. Had just another just regular week, slow motion. Nothing to brag about. Nothing real significant to expound upon or anything. I will say this. I'm happy about this week because this is the first week, it seems, since like late summer that we haven't had a single celebrity pass. And when I mean celebrity, not just like somebody who just started popping anything. I'm talking about people who we've known for decades and left a cultural stamp on our childhood, our young adulthood, or even our adulthood right now. So I'm sighing with relief for that. We haven't had any deaths or anything. Nothing really significant to talk about in sports. However, well, college basketball did start back, and my Duke Blue Devils did take an L to Kentucky, but you know, it's to a basketball powerhouse, so you know, can't really get mad about that. Like I said, I'm not even gonna talk about the Florida State Seminoles, because we of course I knew they were going to get their ass beat by Notre Dame. You know, that wasn't even a surprise. This season is a wash. They actually have a 5-star recruit who decided that he was not going to he decided to decommit, and I don't blame him because they are in the shitter right now. They ain't even backed up toilet, they backed up septic tank. You got to be from the country to know how a septic tank is. Also, we had in sports, I'm gonna talk about this later. I'm not gonna get into it right now. The fight with Mike Tyson and Logan Paul, not Logan Paul, that's his brother Jake Paul. That was just, like I said, I'm gonna expound on that later. I'm gonna just jump right into it. We gonna get right to it, man. Y'all get y'all some drinks. Y'all smoke and do whatever you gotta do to ease your mind. Just get to it. We gonna get right into television. I don't know what's been going on with TV, but it seemed like we went through all of summer with great programming, and then this fall going into winter, all the writers and everything just screw it, we just finna tear these shows up. Number one thing I found out is All American, majority of their principal cast won't be back. The character Spencer won't be back, the character Olivia won't be back, the character Asher won't be back. Spencer's mom won't be back. His brother won't be back, and Asher's wife, baby mama / wife won't be back. Which I don't understand. You might as well just go and cancel the show. You might as well go and cancel the show because nobody's interested in like seeing Jordan's story, Layla's story, Coop's story, because Coop been pissing us off since season 1. And that's only the people you got left. Nobody wants to see the stories. I'm be honest. Actually, once Spencer made the league, he won the Super Bowl, proposed to Olivia, and they got married. The show could have ended there because the show already started to piss people off after Coach Billy Baker, played by Tay Diggs, was killed. Nobody wants to see the show. And I don't understand why shows do that. It seems like since 1997, when New York Undercover decided to kill Ellie Torres in the season 3 finale, they just said, we're going to kill off somebody who made the show what it was, and we're going to keep it pushing. The audience won't mind. They'll be okay with it. And no, the audience does mind, because this is who we tune in to see week after week, and we ain't fucking with it no more. Because if any one of y'all old enough like me to remember season 4 of New York Undercover, where it kind of looked like hip and quote unquote, and I use that word very loosely, version of Law and Order, and they tried to make everybody, especially the black people, they tried to like think, oh, we can hold on to our black crowd. We're going to put Tommy from Martin, and we're going to have him replace the lieutenant. He's going to be lieutenant. Oh, the niggas will love that. They'll flock to it. They love Tommy on Martin. Yeah, we love Tommy on Martin. And Guy Riss, Thomas Miguel Ford. So, but that wasn't it. That was not it. We didn't, he still was sharp and he still was smooth as Tommy was on Martin. But yeah, we weren't trying to see that. And I just don't get it. And also, speaking of another show where they killed off a major character that's back now, is Yellowstone's second part of season 5 is back. And they decided to kill off John Dutton, played by Kevin Costner. Like Kevin Costner said, he didn't even know that his character had died, because apparently, I didn't even know this, but negotiations must have fell through for them not paying him what he wanted, which is what always happens when a major character is, suddenly dismissed. It's either because they were having significant problems on the set, i.e. drugs or alcohol, or they just wouldn't give them the money that they wanted. And they were like, yeah, we're not finna do that. We're going to keep it pushing without you. Which I just didn't understand this move, because Kevin Costner, at the time the show started, he had the most firepower. Well, not firepower. He had the most star power of anybody on that show. Because, other than, I'm going to say Cole Hauser, who y'all know as William Cartwright from A Family That Prays, and you can go back even further, he was the head skinhead in Higher Learning. That's why I met him. I met him as the head skinhead in Higher Learning, or the drug cartel, Carter Calderon, on Too Fast, Too Furious. Other than him, nobody had as much star power on that show as Kevin Costner. So for them to do that this late into the series, it's just mind blowing. I don't even understand. Why in the hell would you do that? That don't make no sense. It's like the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But for some reason in TV, they do this. It's like, okay, we've been having this. It's like every TV show has had it. We've seen it a lot of times. We saw it with Empire. We saw it with Star. Y'all remember back 2015 to 2020. They had black folks picking camps and beefing like Bloods and Crips. It was like, do you like Empire or do you like Power? And some people look at you like, oh, I like both. We're like, the hell you just say? Yeah, and for some reason it's like they have that formula that works season 1, all right, cool. Formula works season 1. Then season 2, okay, we got this formula. We're going to keep it pushing. And then comes season 3, it's like, nah, this formula work, but let's start doing this. And then let's start doing that. And then let's add this character who really we don't know why he here. And we're going to have him for a little bit. And this story's not going to go nowhere. Now we're going to jump back in. We're going to add this character. We're going to throw this in there. One of them's going to have a baby. And then this. And then towards the last season, for some reason, they decide they want to kill off the main protagonist who we've been following. Like with Empire, they had that whole thing with killing off Lucius in season 6. Like, who shot Lucius? And that came back to bite them in the ass because they wanted to keep shooting all the way up until 2 weeks for the finale. And then COVID bit them in the ass, which I'm going to say this, and I've been saying this for years. We were never going to have a proper send-off with that anyway, because they introduced too many characters in season 6, had too many storylines going places that didn't have any resolution. So even for what we saw, even with the 2 episodes that we did not get for Empire, we still weren't going to get no proper send-off. So, and then you had the whole thing with Power, with who shot Ghost, and And it was just, I didn't like, well, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't like that, okay, we got this one scenario, and then we're going to have 4 episodes seeing what's lead up to it. And then the whole reveal of who actually shot him, because I could not stand it, and that's why I didn't watch the Power Book 2, and there's nothing against Michael Rainey Jr., Method Man, and all the other actors on there, you know, get y'all bag, but I wasn't interested in Tariq's story, because it's like, you didn't have to choose this life. You didn't have to go this route. You chose this life because you wanted to be something you was not. Son, you lived in a penthouse in Manhattan, New York. You didn't have to have this life. You listened to your stupid ass mama, who's a hood rat who couldn't see anything past the hood, and now you in the streets, and every season we're seeing if you're gonna get your trust fund money, and then just like I said, then the whole thing with his boy Zeke, who we didn't understand, didn't know he was 4 years old, thought he was 4 years younger than what he was. It was a debacle. It was a complete debacle, and we're all less intelligent for watching that book of power. Now, the other books I love, like book 3, Raising Kanan. I love book 3, Raising Kanan, because it shows Kanan's villain arc. And not only that, I'm a fan of like early 90s style and culture and music. So that's why I love book 3. Book 4, surprisingly, I'm gonna say about book 4, I wouldn't think I was gonna like Tommy in book 4, but you know, book 4 shows Tommy, he kind of moving like Ghost, like he's learning how to, you know, he's not quick on the trigger. He's learning how to think. He's learning how to piece things together. He learned how to calculate. So I like book 4. I love book 4. I can't wait for it to come back. Sad that this is going to be the final season of book 4. I'm not happy about that. But hey, Joseph Sikora, he doing his thing, and the rest of that cast on book 4, love book 4. So they're gonna keep pushing. It's like I said, yeah, all these TV shows, I don't know why, but they have a good formula working about 1 or 2 seasons, then maybe 3, or like, but then it definitely is around about the third season, or maybe 4th season. That's usually what a turning point is. But yeah, but Yellowstone, man, like I said, I got into Yellowstone because my ex-girlfriend liked it, and you know, and any man here know, every man here can test. There's that one show you done watched with either your baby mama, your girlfriend, your wife, your little cutty buddy, whatever. You be like, I don't want to watch this, and then you start like watching it more than them, and then you be so tempted to turn it on and watch it without them, but you know you can't, because you know that's gonna cause all kind of hell if you do watch it without them. So yeah, that's kind of what Yellowstone was. But the way they did it, you know, I knew something was up with Kevin Costner when they went into the mansion. They showed John Hutton's body, but we didn't see his face. I was like, so Kevin Costner's obviously not there doing filming, and then, like I said, went on YouTube, saw an interview, and found out that he's no longer on the show. Which like I said, season 5 Yellowstone, this need to be it. This need to be it. I'm not too, yeah, other than him, because like I said, I really don't like seeing Jamie. Jamie is still, you know, just still trying to fight for the Duttons, love, and it's like, bro, let it go. Just let it go and keep it pushing. Then, you know, you still got that unrealistic relationship between Rip and dang, I can't think of their daughter name. Oh Lord, I can't think of the daughter name, but y'all know who Rip married to the Dutton's daughter. It's escaping me right now. Like, you know, they had that relationship. And that all women say, I need a man like Rip. And he just, you know, y'all just want, like, I ain't like the relationship. He just let her go off, be wild, do what she want to do, get in all kind of hell. And he just like, hi, baby, calm down. No, I'm not that type of dude. You know, if I see you finna crash out, I'm like, sit your ass down, cool the fuck out, because you finna crash out. I'm not finna sit there, or I'm not finna pacify you. That's just not how I roll. So, but like all kind of women love that. Like, I need a man that's gonna handle me like Rip. Yeah, I don't do like Rip. I'm more like a James Evan. You want me to be the leader? I'm gonna lead. I'm not gonna sit there and let you do what you want to do. And then I got to sit there and because like every woman like that, because Rip will come up when she has done something silly, and then next thing you know, he knocking people out left and right. Man, ladies, you don't realize putting your man in that type of situation, that ain't a TV show. People are packing guns, and they gonna slide your man straight off this earth for you doing that stuff like that. They might slide you off this earth too. So don't be putting people in situations like that. That's TV, baby. Like my grandma would say, that's TV, baby. That's not real. People die. And your family gonna be having to have a GoFundMe trying to bury you, fish fries and selling other plates to get you. So don't be trying to have that type of love story. And then the other son, Casey, and his wife, that's a native. They just, I mean, it's just like, they just depressing. Like, they're not even that. It's like not even love. It's like every time you look up, something going wrong with them. So yeah, I'm not with John Dutton, Kevin Costner's character. I'm not watching it no more. Also, another show. I just saw the second part of it on Netflix. Cobra Kai's second part of the final season just was released last night. I binge watched all 5 episodes. I do not understand this tournament. This tournament is so wide. It's like Royal Rumble, Hell in a Cell, Capture the Flag, like 21. Like if y'all play basketball, like a karate version, 21 knockout and all. It's just I don't understand like this tournament. Like we haven't seen. I didn't see not one single one-on-one fight during that whole showing of the tournament. Then of course it ended in an all-out brawl in the final episode of the second part. Like which it always, I am so sick of these all-out brawls. And then they just be so elaborate and drawn out. It's like, God, Lee, man, like y'all are not tired of this yet. All y'all keep doing is the same thing. Every season, all the camps of kids just fighting over and over. And this is like, oh my God, another brawl. Like, Jesus, this is getting so tiring. And this whole, like, not even a love triangle no more. So I give them that, but like between Robbie and Tori, they're just back and forth, and like they like the stylistic, they make up, the break up. It's just getting so old now. And then Daniel San and Johnny still going back and forth. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's so tiring. It's so exhausting. I'm just, these next 5 episodes on February 13th next year need to hurry and come on. We need to end this. Like they just, it's ran its course. Like I said, season 1, it was cool. It's like, okay, every character's not 2-dimensional. We root for Daniel San. Sometimes Daniel San's an asshole. Which, if you watch the original Karate Kid, Daniel San brought a lot of that shit on himself. Season 2, great story. They bringing in old villains and allies from the past movies. Season 3 is like, okay. Season 4 is like, okay, this again. And now it's like, oh my God, this again. This is just, I'm just tired of it. But I will say this. I like the fact that they brought Kenny back. I like that they brought Kenny back. Because I've been rooting for Kenny ever since he was introduced a couple seasons ago. I love the character Kenny. I like Kenny, because he went from being a victim to being, he went to being a victimized, which I am not mad at, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Anthony Russo, he deserved every bit of that smoke that Kenny was giving him the past season. He deserved all of that, and I am happy that he did. And we watched. He's like, so the thing is with Kenny, it's like a little brother that we have watched. You know, we watched him grow up from being a little kid, like a little unsure kid, and now he's a confident young man. So I feel like a proud big brother watching Kenny rise to the occasion and become the young man he is destined to be. So I love that. That's the only shining moment in this whole season for me, is watching Kenny rise. But yeah, I'm gonna say this, Cobra Kai, please. I'm so happy these final episodes are coming up in February, because this show is just, it's becoming exhausting to watch. Like, I'm gonna be honest, that last brawl they had at the end, I zoned in, zoned out. It was just so monotonous. It's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, all the fights some teenagers have been having throughout the show, I see why the YNs, that's what they call young kids, I see why they go get guns now. Because ain't nobody got no time. Them kids be like, look, man, I ain't got time. Every time I see you, it's up. I gotta fight you. Because here's the thing a lot of y'all don't know. Y'all be watching fight in the street. It takes a lot out of you. Like a 2-minute street fight, you'll be feeling that for a couple of days. I remember when the last serious street fight I had in my 20s, I had fought the dude and I ain't lose. I ain't gonna say I whooped the dude's ass, but I ain't lose. You know, I got the better of him. I felt it for like a couple of days. And I'm like, man, and I won this. And I'm like, if this was only 2 minutes, I can't imagine with them boxers who be fighting, like a championship fight is 3 minutes, 12 rounds, that's 36 minutes. I can't imagine how they must be feeling after going 36 minutes. If I'm feeling like I just got a bulldozer rolled over me and I won, I can't imagine how boxers feel. I'm like I said, man, Cobra Kai, let's wrap it up in February, please. And hopefully y'all send it out on a good note, because this show is ran this course too. Now, speaking of Netflix, it disappointed me, but I'm not surprised. Last night, watching the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, it's just, Netflix is just, first of all, I'm very disappointed in that fight. Because if y'all saw that Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson in a unanimous decision. First of all, and like I said, this is not Jake Paul's fault, because boxing has become a joke. It's really just become a joke. It's like, it's not even key for men who take the sport seriously and they fighting for their lives. Because a lot of people don't know this. Before this all started happening, boxing was a poor man's sport. They always said boxing was a poor man's game. They said you can't come from a good family, have a good home, and make it as a boxer. Because them men were really in there fighting to eat, you know. But they have turned into now, it's about who's a YouTube sensation, who got a following, can get in the ring, and then box. Like, it's become a joke, and it hurts my heart, because I've been a boxing fan since like 11, 12 years old. My father used to take me to go see the fights in the Grand Casino in Biloxi all the time. I've got to go to see a couple of Roy Jones Jr.'s title defenses a couple of times. You know, one in New Orleans, and then another one was at the Coast Coliseum in Biloxi. So I grew up like watching the tail end of when boxing was legit. But now they have turned into, it's only something for influencers, with big social media presence, because it makes me mad, because there are young men in the boxing gyms in Philly, like Newark, New Jersey, and the Cut in like Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, New York, Miami, Houston, South Cent, and they fighting to get out of poverty, get away from bad situations, stay out of jail, and pretty much stay out the grave. And that's a slap in the face to all them young men and young women, who take this sport seriously, for them to do this. Now, like I said, Jake Paul, he got the bag because he beat Mike Tyson unanimously, and everybody's sitting there saying, well, you got to understand Mike Tyson 58 years old and Jake Paul. Let me tell y'all something. They showed Mike Tyson shadow boxing a couple of years ago. Mike's still throwing heat. And if you really sit there and watch that fight and think Mike wasn't holding back to protect the bag, and this is obviously a payday for them, to protect the bag, then your ass is... Then you know what? We deserve how the election outcome came last week, because a lot of y'all are stupid if y'all really think that Mike Tyson legitimately lost to this man. Mike Tyson could have bodied that man if he wanted to. I don't give a damn if he is damn near 60. And I knew it was a joke. Another reason they told me it was a joke. When at the beginning, they showed him with his ass out while he was in the locker room getting ready. It's like they turned this into a circus. And what also made me mad about it, and I knew it was a joke, what the hell was Rosie Perez doing there commentating on boxing? This wasn't a dance competition. This is boxing. Why was Rosie Perez up there? Why was she commentating it? Love Rosie Perez, but for boxing, no. If they was going to do that, they should have brought Snoop Dogg back. Because Snoop Dogg was real entertaining in that fight that Roy Jones Jr. had with Mike Tyson back during right around Thanksgiving time of 2020. Snoop remind you of that drunk ass uncle in the backyard seeing your two cousins fighting. He just like, oh, get him, yeah, boy, get him, cut, like, yeah. And Snoop Dogg would have made it even more enjoyable. So I don't like that. Then on top of that, Netflix, y'all didn't have the right type of equipment set up, because a lot of people, they shit was buffering. It was coming in like very, very low quality. It was a clusterfuck. And then who really just did it for me was Andre Ward. Andre Ward, I can't believe SOG got up there, and the way he was commentating, he looked like he was legitimately commentating HBO pay-per-view fight, and was like, the stuff he was saying, I was like, nah, I know SOG don't really believe this. But he spoke like you thought he was talking to Jim Lampley and Larry Merchant and George Foreman on the HBO boxing presentation. Because I'm sitting there looking like, nah, I know he don't believe none of this shit that he's saying. He can't believe none of this shit that he's saying. But it was just like, it was all just. And then Cedric Entertainment, I don't know what the hell he got up there. He up there looking like the next king of Zamunda. All that gold sparkling. But he looked like he should have been an extra in Trinidad James All Go Everything video. It was like I said, if people legit watched that and didn't see that was on the same type of quality as some WWF, not WWE, I'm going to say WWF, because that's when it was, to me at least, somewhat had a sense of believability to it, or WCW type production, then we screwed as a society. And I honestly believe the people who really believe this was a legit fight, y'all need to go watch Idiocracy with Maya Rudolph and Owen Wilson and Terry Crews, because that'll show you why we are where we at inside. It was supposed to be a comedy, but as the years go by, I see that Idiocracy is really a documentary. And the election and then this fight just showed me exactly why. Yeah, but then the last thing about me is, like, Andre Ward kept on saying something about Canelo trying to fight Jake Paul. First of all, one, Jake Paul is not in his weight class. He's way bigger than Canelo. And two, Canelo want a real fight. That's a real fighter. He ain't gonna fight Jake Paul. That man wants legit fights. And the sad thing is, the way the state of boxing is, he probably not gonna even get the big payday like Jake Paul. But congratulations to Jake Paul, because boy, that man ran off with the bag, and he pretty much remind me of that dude at the beginning of the MAC who was sitting there playing 3-card money as Goldie was coming home from prison. He pretty much looking at everybody like, wait a minute, bitch, I got money everywhere. And he does have money everywhere. He got that Netflix bag. He got that bag from Texas Stadium, because I know the revenue for that is good. And somebody has said online, they said, well, this is the most fans that'll be in Texas Stadium in a long time, because y'all don't know that's where the Cowboys play. But yeah, man, like I said, all I can say about that fight, man, congrats to Jake Paul on beating a damn near 60-year-old Mike Tyson, which, like I said, we all know that was for entertainment value. So I can't be mad at the man for getting his money. But I'm just going to say this, to quote Lieutenant Dan, when Forrest went on that talk show and talked about him getting going to China, God damn bless America. Man, that's been my time on the porch, man. I was going to do something else, but I'm going to say that for next week. Next week, my episode is going to be the top 5 actual villains in movies. And it's going to be a spin on that. I'm gonna talk about the people who the actual villains, not the villains that were perceived in movies, but the actual villain. I thought I was gonna get to it today, but nah, man. Kind of all this stuff that happened kind of had me just expounding on way more stuff than I wanted to. Y'all know where to find me. Find me on Facebook. Y'all know the name. Find me on Instagram. That's PDMac10, PETYMAC10. Or you can follow me on TikTok. It's PDMac89, spelled the same way. Drop the 1 and 0 and put an 8 and a 9 in its place. Until next week, fam. Be cool, stay calm, get paid. Peace.